Finally tonight, a son brings his father's story to the stage. The play is about the life, the legacy, and the memories of San Francisco Mayor George Moscone, who was gunned down at City Hall 33 years ago. Special correspondent Dave Iverson of KQED San Francisco reports.
Okay, so I'll give you just the cue line.
It's the first week of rehearsal for a new play.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
At the Berkeley Repertory Theater, the legacy of Mayor George Moscone is being reimagined in the most personal way.
Assassination tends to put a damper on table talk.
The play is called Ghostlight, and it's directed by Jonathan Moscone, the late mayor's youngest son.
I just want to explore what it means to lose somebody. I lost my dad when my back was turned. I didn't even see him die. I didn't see it happen. It's obviously a piece of me that hasn't been put together.
Jonathan Moscone was 11 years old in 1975 when his father was elected mayor. It was a time of change in San Francisco, including a new wave of gay and lesbian residents. The new mayor embraced the new San Francisco, appointing a gay rights activist named Harvey Milk to a city board.
Oh, gay support is a campaign asset in any campaign. People look for it. People try to exhibit a platform of fairness so that they can warrant the support of the gay community, and I would hope we'd get at least a lion's share of it, or a fair share.
My dad loved his job so much. He loved being the mayor, and he just took it. He took it as the greatest gift he could have ever received.
In November 1978, George Moscone was completing his third year in office. And then, on November 27th, shots rang out at City Hall. Amidst chaos and confusion, the then president of the city's Board of Supervisors, Dianne Feinstein, stepped to the microphone.
As president of the Board of Supervisors, it's my duty to make this announcement. Both Mayor Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk have been shot and killed. Oh, Jesus Christ! The suspect is Supervisor Dan White.
For a city and 14-year-old John Moscone, the world was turned upside down.
I only remember like picture frames of the day. Someone sat me down on the couch and was my mom's best friend, and she told me that my dad had been killed. And then I don't remember much after that.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Whenever I remember you in my prayers, as indeed I do constantly, night and day. Recalling your tears when we parted, I yearn to see you again.
He said, the world went silent. The world went completely silent for a very long time.
Tony Taccone is the artistic director at the Berkeley Repertory Theater. He's known John Moscone for over 20 years. They're fast friends, but the topic of John's father's death was always off limits.
So when he took me out to the bar and plied me with alcohol, sufficiently enough to sort of, loosen up his tongue, if not mine, and then suggested to me that he was ready to do a piece about his dad, I, fell off the bar stool practically.
And there was another motivating factor.
My name is Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you.
The movie Milk celebrated Harvey Milk's contributions to gay rights, but barely mentioned the mayor who had given Milk his first city position. For John Moscone, who is gay himself, the movie only told part of the story.
And that kind of, to be quite honest, kind of pissed me off.
One of the main reasons that John wants to do this piece is to liberate his father's memory.
But there was some years there.
The movie Milk may have jump-started the playwriting process, a process we documented over time, but the memories that soon emerged were far more personal than political.
I remember the day he died, I wasn't feeling well. I could tell he was concerned about just making sure that I was okay. And he had maybe thought he was going to stay home with me for a while, or maybe, no, it was bring me to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
He said, should I take you to the doctor? Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
And you said no?
I said no.
So if you had said yes...
I know. I know.
There were definitely aha moments. Certainly when John mentioned the fact that he was sick the day his father was killed, and he didn't talk about guilt about it or anything like that. He didn't mention that. But I thought that's dramatic gold.
Taccone started writing, creating a semi-autobiographical story about a character named John, who goes through life blocking out the pain of the past.
As president of the Board of Supervisors, it's my duty to make this announcement.
The play begins with a dream sequence. John is once again 14.
You were sick that day, the day he was killed. Did you feel responsible in any way for his going to work that day?
Can you hear that?
In the play, a boy who feels responsible for his father's death grows up to be a man who can't face the past or even talk about his dad.
Try to talk, doesn't come out right, no one gets it. And you drift further and further inside yourself. Your closest companion is silence. Forever and ever. Amen.
We never talk about our fathers. We never do. We never talk about them except to say either the nicest things or the meanest things. But we never talk about what it meant to lose them and how it means to go your entire life with no path made before you.
The play is about finding that path. Even scenes about the legacy of George Moscone focus on finding that way forward.
My father has been languishing for over 30 years as an asterisk in the life of Harvey Milk.
No, honey, your father is doing just fine. It's you who's been languishing.
John can't move forward, nor can his father's memory be restored, until he fully faces the past.
In this dream last night.
In the play's final scene, John visits his father's grave. There's no tidy ending, just a realization of where the path forward begins.
Looks nice, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
The play ends up being about learning how to grieve and the place of that in one's life, the importance of that in one's life, the blessing of grief.
And that's a first step. And the play is a first step play. It's a first step about this kind of complicated relationship, this huge relationship between life and death, between father and son.
Political legacies aren't created anew in the play, nor is history remade. Instead, history is made personal.